Bonjour, Kinamagi Nene Erlen Dijnikas, and welcome to this reading of the Social Studies American Revolutionary War Unit Assessment. This assessment is considered, quote, open book, unquote. You are welcome to use any of the posts or Google to answer the questions. Questions that you find the answer to in other places should be in your own words, so don't copy and paste. That will not be considered an acceptable answer. But you can definitely use what you find to answer the question. There will be a number of links in there that will help you out. If you're doing this at home, you'll want to complete the assessment in one sitting. If you're doing this in the classroom, you will be able to finish this during our web time. Each of these questions, when I read them, I will give you 10 seconds. You will need to pause the video between each and every question in order to answer that. I'll remind you the first few times, and after that, it should be pretty expected. If you're in the classroom at the conclusion of the video, you can hit submit and turn it in. If you're physically in the classroom, we will be able to just turn it in. You can come back to middle of the video if you split off time. First question, what is your name? Please use your real name. All right, question number 1. How did the colonists react to the taxation and proclamation of 1763 that came out of the French and Indian War? Tell us the colonial reaction. Don't forget to pause your video while you answer that question. Question 2. Describe the causes and effects, such as the Stamp Act, the Boston Tea Party, the Intolerable Acts, and the Boston Massacre. So choose one of these events to provide the cause and effect. What caused it? What was the long-term consequence of it? Step number 3. How did the views of the power of government differ between the British and the colonists? Don't forget to pause the video in between questions. Number 4, the puppy has an answer. What was the role of the First and Second Continental Congresses in unifying the nation? Provide at least 2 achievements or policy decisions. Don't forget to pause the video and return when you're ready to answer the question, to the next question. Number 5, use the Declaration of Independence to explain why colonies wanted to separate and why they believed they had the right to. Number 6, identify the role that key individuals played in leading the colonists to revolution. You should choose one from George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, Patrick Henry, Samuel Adams, John Adams, and Thomas Paine. Remember, just choose one of them. Don't forget to pause the video and unpause when you're ready to move on. Number 7, describe how colonial experiences with self-government and ideas about government influenced the decision to declare independence. You may cite the Mayflower Compact, House of Burgesses and town meetings, Iroquois Confederacy, protecting individual rights and promoting the common good, the natural rights, limited government, representative government. Hint, how did these things lead to the decision to declare independence? You do not need to cite each of them in order to successfully answer this question. Number 8, describe the advantages and disadvantages each side had during the American Revolution with respect to military leadership, geography, types of resources, and motivations. Please provide at least one advantage and disadvantage for each side. Number 9, describe the importance of Valley Forge, the Battle of Saratoga, and the Battle of Yorktown in the American Revolution. Choose one to discuss. Number 10, discuss how the role of women, African Americans, and Indigenous peoples, and France in helping shape the outcome of the war. Choose one of those groups on which to discuss. And last but not least, number 11, don't forget at the end to hit submit. Describe the significance of the Treaty of Paris. At this point, if you have completed the assessment, you should hit submit or turn in your paper. I'm sure this assessment went swimmingly. If you have any questions about it or concerns, please reach out to me. Otherwise, have a minute, Gijigat. Minwa, Pamapi.